Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna give a review video on my first book journey, a book from the guy with the hook, which is me, Mark, of course. This book was released last year, September 2021, and it's almost a year ago since, well, the book was released. Still it is very popular and almost sold out at every website or store you will that will sell it. However, I have big news because things are changing once again. The Dutch people, we still in the Netherlands, we still have a few copies available, but soon it will also be sold out. But the Dutch second print is at the moment printed, so in around September we also have a new second print of Journey Dutch version. The English version is earlier this year sold to another publisher named David and Charles, situated in London, England, United Kingdom. They offer a new version of Journey from October 11 this year. It looks a little bit different, which I will show you later in a new video. The title has changed a bit, the look of the book on the outside has changed a bit, but the inside still is the same, of course. The patterns are the same, the photos are the same, but till that time, that version is back, I like to show you at least the version we started with last year, which is for the Dutchies, still the version available, and everyone else in the world will get the opportunity to get the new version of Journey, but the inside is the same. So today I'm going to show you how the inside looks, and well, then you have an impression of what you can expect from Journey. The book is made in, well, as said, Dutch and English, made by me. The theme of the book is very personal because I've traveled many years through many places, and out of all those travels, I collected some of my personal travel stories, which I wrote down on my own, and with it I created a crochet pattern I thought would be nice to get along with it. So, and I just put out the idea to my, well, not my publisher at that time, but at a certain point I decided to send out an email to a publisher here in the Netherlands, and that was Livres de Louise, and she reacted within a week, and in 2 weeks we came to the conclusion to make Journey, which is actually made in about 5 months. And well, look at this. This is the result, which I'm very happy with, and it's a beautiful book with, well, only the look of it, the coloring, everything is thought out and made within personal choices, and just the way we wanted to make this book, and it worked so well so far, even up till a second one, which I'm gonna talk about a little later. Let's first take a look at Journey. Well, as said, this is the backside of the original version. The new version the new English version will change a bit here, but you will see that later on in a video where I'll present that version of the book. But for now, this cover for the Netherlands, the version in Dutch, will be the same. Ooh, that doesn't belong there. Let's just start with the first real intro. In this, we created a world map to show you all the chapters in the book and the places used, where in the world they are. And as you can see, it is a real wide range, and actually you will travel all along the world to different places, making projects out of it, read stories about it. But it's a real cool intro, as you really can see how diverse and how beautiful we chose our patterns throughout the whole world. Of course, I have something to say to you in a personal way, so there's that. We're not gonna, this is the Dutch version, by the way, so most of you can't read it probably, but that doesn't matter, because if you ever want to purchase the book, you can read this all by yourself, so we're not gonna do this that much. And then we are at the first chapter, which is the Rivendell shawl, which is based on New Zealand. And I'm just gonna pull through very fast, because I don't want to give away any of my written pattern stuff, but I can show you some of the photo work we done. Sometimes it's really basic like this one, but it's so powerful and the colors are so beautiful connected together. This Rivendell shawl is an asymmetric shawl, which is a really great shape to wear, and it has a really leafy cable pattern in it, which is really great. Well, this is all pattern stuff, so we're gonna skip that. And the next one, we're gonna travel to Rome, Italy, where you can create a stained glass blanket. Sorry, not blanket, rug. Well, it could be a blanket as well. Based on a church window in Italy, Rome. And this kind of photos I really love. Like, it's just a simple photo, but it just captures the frame of the pattern so good, and the use of colors and that kind of things. It's really beautiful, and that's also what we wanted in this book, like show you the beauty of crochet and stitch work. Now once again patterns, so we skip that. Very important is like the whole book also contains charts, which is also very handy. Next pattern is the Kamakura pincushion, which is actually a pattern based on an experience in Japan, which is one of my favorite countries, by the way. And you can see how beautiful it is marked and photographed like this. I really love how this dark and intense environment is created for the patterns, which is something I really love to do myself as well. The patterns are all written down totally with a chart, as said. The fourth chapter is the NAZAR mandala, which is based on Turkey, and most of you who have visited Turkey will definitely recognize the evil eye, the blue eye, which protects you from all the evil. I made a mandala out of it. I thought that would be the most iconic thing to do when thinking about Turkey. Once again, pattern stuff. Look at the full detail of this stitch work, how beautiful it glides. And the little shoes. It's a personal souvenir gift I had. Then we are traveling to Greenland to see the Northern Lights in this beautiful shawl, which is, by the way, a very popular pattern in the meantime. Look at that, how beautiful. Once again, pattern, and a chart. Then we are going to India. As you can see, all chapters have a personal travel story from my side. When I was there, I had some experience. I wrote them down in a little story, so you have, before starting a pattern, you also have something to read. So it's more like a halfway of reading book and then a practical crochet book, which makes it more fun to use, I guess. For the India team, I made a beautiful POEF, which is very, very lovely. Especially I love all the colors in it. because look at that, how beautiful the colors connect. And you can actually, because I have heard this a lot, if you can find the height of the inner poof, you can also just extend these lines, these rounds, to create a higher version if you have, because the diameter of the poof is easily to get, but it seems people have difficulty finding the same height. So if you have a higher one, it's fine, just crochet some more of these rounds. Little tip besides the book review. Once again, pattern, chart, another chart, and then we are on the halfway on the book, the 6th chapter, as we have 12 in it, and we're now at Northern Ireland, where we have the Northern Shores, the Irish Shores blanket, sorry. Unfortunately, I made this with Scheepjes Skies Heavy, which is discontinued by the meantime. Luckily, they have Scheepjes Terrazzo in the meantime, which is, well, it looks a bit like this. It also has a more fiber, natural content, so maybe it's a good option if you are searching for something else. But actually every jeans looking type of yarn would be fine for this pattern. And this is actually one of my favorite photos in the book, because it's just, it captures it so well. Look at this, the beautiful cable work out of the pattern. I really love this one. Then we are going to Portugal to see some Portuguese tiles, which I made into a cushion. This is a typical mosaic pattern, because I most of the time design mosaic patterns in square shapes. This is the 5th one, and as you can see, it blends really beautiful, connecting to each other, creating another pattern on its own. And it's really beautiful, because if you think of Portugal, Lisbon, you obviously think of the tile walls there are, just as I did, but there is a whole story behind it, even including some graveyards, which is a really interesting story, so be sure to read it if you have the book. Once again, we have some pattern stuff. And then we travel to Indonesia. One of my first travels, one of my most special travels, and the story in this is really exceptional. And it also has something to do with the name of the pattern, Ketut's Mandala, because Ketut has a special place in my heart. It's an old fortune teller who lived in Indonesia. He's passed away in the meantime, but I really love this one. It's really beautiful, especially the photos in it. It's really well done. Look at the detail. And then we have the cover piece, because this one is this pattern. It's the Rainbow Subway blanket, and it's based on the United States. It was an inspiration on the metro map, the subway map, sorry, of New York, because, well, it's full of colored lines, and for a tourist like me or anyone else outside of America, it's just one big mess of colored lines when you get there and you want to see how it works. But it gave me great inspiration to create this one, and this photo is really also so unique, because we had an how do you call it, a stylist called Claire, and she really used a small Statue of Liberty. There is a vinyl of New York eyes. It's really, the details in the photo are amazing. It's really, if you look at it, it's all right in line. It's actually the same vinyl. It's a very old one. And then we are going to Argentina, because, well, tango is something everyone likes, and it's especially linked with South America. So for me it was easy to pick this one, and I imagined a beautiful dancer wearing a drapey shawl like the La Boca. and it delivers something like this. It's really beautiful, especially the small white flowers with it. Yep, a large pattern. And then the last pattern that's in it is a table runner, which is the Templar's Cross. It's based on Poland, where our very old castles can be found, and one of those castles holds the Crusaders Templar's Cross, and that's actually the pattern you will see in this table runner. You can better see it in here, like it's the ancient cross symbol of the round table. And this one is really nice. It has a fading yarn type, which makes it really nice to see. Well, and that's what the pattern in the end is. And it's the last project of Journey. Then there's some last words of me. This is me, of course. So I also have an image of me. And that's the book. So, as said, this version is the first version we created, and in the Netherlands it will stay the same. There is no difference to it. No matter how many prints there are, no matter how prints there will come. The English version will change a little because of the change of publishers. So in October 2022, the new version of Journey in English will be there. Will not be called Journey, but Crocheting Journey, which I will show later on around that time. And the appearance of the book will look a bit different on the outside, but the inside will be the exact same. This said, a second book is also coming up soon, called Gallery. Once that one is out, I'm sure we'll show you also that one. But for now you will have a good view of how Journey is looking on the inside. Many of you already have used it, made patterns out of it. Also be sure to check Ravelry for any projects already made, or my website for any news about it. And well, I hope you like looking at Journey once again, or for the first time. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you next time in a new video. I hope you find this one interesting and fun. And if you do, please hit the like button, and see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.